Tuesday, September 23rd, regular meeting of the Duncanville Arts Commission. Item 2 is receive public comments. Mr. Hamby, we don't have any public comments, correct?
You do not.
We do not. Item 3, the Arts Commission to consider the following minutes. There are minutes on August 26, 2025. Hi, Tiffany. Has everybody had an opportunity to read the minutes from August 26th?
Yes.
Are there any questions, any conversation about it?
The reports were really well done, and the poem was there, they were good.
It's true.
Accept the minutes as presented.
We have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Second. All those in favor of the motion, raise your hand. It's unanimous. Okay, item 4, commissioners' reports. Limit to 2 each. I'm going to reserve Dr. Perry for last, and I'll start just around the corner. Sarah, you have a report?
Other than I had fun with Hispanic Heritage
did
celebrations. It was so fun. Thank you everybody who helped. So yeah.
You were phenomenal. All I got was praise for what you and Amy did. I did a great job.
It was amazing.
Amy?
Enjoyed working with Sarah on the Hispanic Heritage thing. We did not go to mini theater, opens the Demons of Fleet Street on Thursday night. So I encourage everybody to come and see that and support art on the in Duncanville.
Thanks, Amy. Matt?
Well, I had one I started, but it didn't quite make it out of the pen yet. So this was one I wanted to give a while back. Well, I did because what we do here is called creative cost. What can give and give, no loser sought, the grace to share and life depict, to tame the touch and ears remind. What calms the heart, soothing tones or swooping lines for mind content? What can give away with creative cost, not felt but filled and put back in? Art can give and give, no loser sought. Its simple joys for us commend. It calms the heart with lines and tones, and colors flown for mind content. Art gives away much more than not, our hearts to mend and joys poured in.
Thanks, man. I hate that you have to follow Mac.
I know, I'm like, I was just gonna say, first of all, I want to commend Amy and Sarah. You know, I came up there, they're working so hard. I was just looking at them, I was like trying to drag this table out and stuff, but they worked so hard on the food sounds so good, the decorations and stuff are coming up, and congratulations. I have heard nothing but goodness and the pictures, and I'm so excited to see that the council is. Some of you ladies and gentlemen will still be here just to stay, because I think that what we've been able to do over the last 3 years, like this last year has really been a reflection of what we've had support and been able to know what we want, you know, and congratulations again.
You're here. I have nothing to report.
Attended the jazz note that Tiffany did. It was great. Still hearing stuff about that one too. Kudos. The Pink Diamonds, one of our grant recipients, did participate in that. That went well, other than the weather was sort of against us a little bit, but it still went well. Attended the Hector Guzman organ recital. It was at United Methodist Church, which was very nice. We did movies in the park, and Sarah and I, we had the kids doing, Mary Ann was there, but she represented the library. The kids seemed to enjoy the moon rock, and we do appreciate Parks and Recreation. They provide pies, and people have been telling me even later that the moon pie thing was just so cute. They thought that was cute. And they had about 35 to 40 people there at any given time. So that was very good. Hispanic Heritage kickoff was great, Sarah and Amy. And then I also worked with Sarah at the Hispanic Heritage Festival. Then we attended the Sunday Jammers, who was another one of our grant recipients this past Sunday. The session was really, really nice. Attended a Duncanville Arts Commission info session. We had some artists that came in to listen to Ron do an info session, which was really good. Still waiting on something. And a city council meeting. And I already committed us to National Night Out.
We're like, that's your partner.
Didn't really think about doing an art project, but did commit us to that. And then I know we have a request for food bash, but we do have a lot of art supplies that now we can recycle through and utilize them for other events that are coming around. So we do have that.
I'm not aware just how many stuff you've been going to. I think fantastic.
That's why I'm tired.
I'm gonna skip Dr. Perry for a second, Mary.
Well, there really won't be a chance to do this Friday, I don't think, so I have a little bit of an homage for y'all. I consider myself a writer, I am a musician, I have art everywhere in my house. I've got original art hanging in my garage, the laundry room, and 2 closets. So I was thrilled for there to be a commission, and so I came on thinking I might get something, but I have to say, I've never worked with such talented, and not superficially talented, but deeply talented people as y'all. And it's been a real privilege, and I'm thankful. You've been a blessing to Duncanville and a blessing to me too, so thank you.
Mary. That's all reciprocal. Dr. Perry.
Don't go.
My report is also an appreciation, so these are for one, made by origami women makers from Japan.
Wow.
And then,
I love this. That's gorgeous. That is gorgeous.
Look how cool that is.
And that is so from, that is so
Very
hand.
very
Yeah,
very
that was one of a kind, you can't not even get that anywhere
okay,
else.
but there's more and I only have 2 minutes, so. As a total response, as I pass these out, you're gonna say, yes, you are, okay? So Sarah, you are warm, forward-thinking, open. Everyone?
Yes, you are.
Amy, you are determined, community-minded, and theatrical.
Yes, you are.
Angela, you are joyful, understanding, and nice.
Yes, you are.
Alex, you are capable, hardworking, and amenable.
Yes.
Yes, you are. Very much so.
Okay, there's one for Demonica, who's not here. Are sincere, articulate, and reliable.
Yes, you are.
Dawn, you are caring, persuasive, and supportive.
Yes, you are.
Mac, you are poetic, resilient, and kind.
Yes, you are.
Tiffany, you are appreciative, energetic, and purposeful.
Yes, you are.
And Kaylin, you are creative, resourceful, and collaborative.
Obviously, one missing. And
Oh, I'm grateful.
you are flamboyant and
Thoughtful.
graceful and thoughtful.
You are a light.
Yes, you
You
are.
walk in, the light turns on.
You are vibrant, you are necessary, and you are a joy.
You are intentional and caring.
I love that.
We're gonna move on to item 5.
Thank you, Ann.
Thank you, Ann, and everybody else. Item A, consider recommending that City Council approve a mural to be located at 1944 South Main Street, Duncanville, 75137. We're gonna ask our staff liaison to brief the Arts Commission on what that means and how it got to us.
So on September 16th, 2025, the City Council considered an ordinance that would repeal and replace Keep Duncanville Beautiful with the Duncanville Arts Commission as the body that is the first point of contact for murals. So the background on this is the City Council adopted Section 16A-39 murals of ordinance number 1909 on October 5th, 2004. The current ordinance, or the ordinance at the time, required that the building official to obtain a recommendation from Keep Beautiful prior to issuing a mural permit. As part of the city's efforts to align mural review with broader arts programming and cultural planning, Staff recommended updating the ordinance to designate the Duncanville Arts Union as the body responsible for reviewing mural applications and making recommendations to City Council. On July 26, 2025, Keep Duncanville Beautiful Board unanimously approved the proposal change, and then on August 26, 2020, the Arts Commission also unanimously approved the change. And then on the 16th, the City Council approved the change. So it is now ordinance that the Arts Commission is the first point of contact for murals in the city.
Thank you, Mr. Hamby. So to that point, we have a grant recipient for the for the mural at 1944 South Main. Sir, would you like to stand up and sit right here so you're on camera and introduce yourself?
Hello, my name is Sidney Y. McGuire. I am the grant recipient of this mural. The location, yes, it is 1944 South Main Street, Duncanville, Texas, 75137. The title is Beacon of Lights Where Champions Rise, all to uplift, inspire, and visually affirm the greatness within the city of Duncanville, particularly its youth as rising champions of their community. This mural will serve as a symbolic and emotional landmark that reflects the legacy and future of Duncanville. It aims to promote community pride, encourage civic responsibility, and foster a deeper connection between residents and their shared environments. Now, in regards to the execution mural process, it's simple steps such as one, priming the wall space, which is 20 feet by 12 feet. And then next, applying another coat of plain colors such as orange altogether, and then doing an outline that will then illustrate all the figures that are in the image. Such, we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We see 7 images of children along with hands, and we see water, we see roses, we see a butterfly, and then we see the Duncanville city logo. Boom. If y'all like to pass this around.
Oh, that's very good.
And so, once the outline is taken care of, then next will then be the application of paint. The applications of paint ranges from having 1 gallon, having quarts of golden paint, acrylic to be exact, and it all being colored from the choices of cadmium red, yellow, cadmium, navy yellow. We have titanium or zinc white, ultramarine blue, along with burnt umber, and then raw sienna. And those are the colors which I went to UT Austin, that was when we studied. So therefore you're able to mix together and then apply it on the wall. And it's no longer than, I want to say less than 7 days to complete the mural. And if over that, we just have to do that, I guess that course correction, but it should take less than that. The objective would be to then put in the amount of hours as a regular job, 8 hours each session, perhaps probably more, depending on my energy level. But if anything, that is,
And the weather, maybe.
and the weather too, yes. Other than that, the last process of it is clean up the materials and the paintbrushes, make sure that there's no spills, make sure lines are looking pretty neat, and leave the space tidy and neat, and then go about my next project. So that is all. My name is Kaylin Y. McGuire on the album.
If you can mind staying there for just a little bit longer, we have some questions from the commission.
Okay.
Can I give a little bit more additional detail?
Absolutely.
Mr. McGuire is one of your first grant award recipients. That you all recommended to City Council and City Council approved. So he is also one of your first grant recipients.
Your history. So I'm gonna start here and just go all the way around.
Hey, this is beautiful, by the way. What's the date, or what we can expect for if we wanted to go look at it and it was finished? What would that date be?
That date, I'm sure, because I don't know the timing of the city approving for the permit, but as soon as I get the permit approved,
Okay.
then my goal is to then hop on an ASAP
Okay. Well, I think that is good, like, for whenever it's gonna be complete, or once it gets approved, like, it's to make sure that the Arts Commission knows. Cause I think, like, this is something that we've been trying to do for a couple of years with the murals and stuff, and I think it also gives us the ability, gives them the ability to be able to create some type of engagement around that. As, you know, because I'm sure you're the first one, like, but there's so many other ones coming. There's one over here at the Chamber of Commerce, hopefully it will traject to other things, so thank you so much.
Indeed, thank you.
I don't know anything about if there's a coat of paint, clear paint or something to keep it sealed so it lasts longer. Is that something that you do, or?
Yes, the medium that I would use, that I would use is polyurethane, which would then be a form of a varnish that use along with the acrylic paint that is used for masonry brick, and that would then create a sealing as I'm painting continuously. Yes, sir.
What building is this? I know it's 1944 South Main, but can you tell me?
It is Texaco gas station.
Okay, that's what I thought, I just wanna make sure.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I don't have any questions.
Mary Ann, I see you.
That is my question. Where?
Okay. Dr. Perry, you have anything you'd like to ask Angela?
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes,
thank you.
congratulations.
Yeah, could we,
Yeah, if you let us know when it starts and so forth, maybe we can take pictures.
Oh, absolutely. I will let everyone.
As the process goes.
They can share content and stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
I think
For sure, for sure.
Can I bring up just one more thing, just as a reminder? As the person who is responsible for making sure the policy and all of that, you all did request a QR code on that mural. That's the mural you went at.
Yes, and I have the link on my email, and the QR code is to be made.
And where does that QR
And where
code show?
will
website
be
that
in the
you're
picture?
creating?
It'll be on it's gonna be on the left side of the mural.
Oh, I see the QR code up
But I
there.
mean, that would go to, you're building the website, right?
The page is already built. It leads to all the city hotels, which was what the request was, so that it could have some impact on local tourism and hotel stays. So it tied to hotel occupancy tax.
So if there's are there any more questions for Mr. Kalin? So what we'll need to do is Chair will entertain a motion for the item 5A for us to vote to take this as a recommendation to City Council. Is there a motion?
I make a motion that we approve this and take it to city council.
I
Okay.
second that
So
motion.
we have a motion and a second. Any more discussion on this?
So if we've already approved,
We're approving the permit.
we're approving it.
You're recommending to city council that they approve the permit.
Okay.
Any more questions? So we have a motion and a second. All those in favor, raise your hand. Looks like Arts Commission is recommending its first permit for a mural. Well done.
Congratulations, you were the first.
Our history.
So I will work to get this onto the October 21st regular meeting of the city council. So I will be back in touch with you.
Indeed, thank you. I'm honored to do it.
Item 5B, consider an October special meeting date, time, and location. So this is, we have a little last minute work to do. We need to review, we have a few grant applications. And we need to set, the New Arts Commission won't be seated in time to review them. So we need to, how many eligible applications are there right now?
At this point, you're reviewing all the applications. Based on eligibility, I see that 3 of them are and 1 is not.
So we have
But I'm
4.
actually gonna talk to that person again to see if there's something maybe we can, some way to help.
If we could have a meeting before October 7th, I can meet in person. If not, I would ask that we could do a Zoom, but I'm gonna talk about what's easier for, I don't think it'll be, I don't know if it'd be long or not. What would y'all like to do?
Monday, October 6th.
I need to get my phone in the car, and I don't know anything without my calendar, so I shall be back.
Monday, October 6th? So is there anyone who, okay, so Monday, October, is this for in-person or Zoom?
Was this required for, what's going on?
So
Just a little bit of background. The city council's not gonna make a decision about the next Arts Commission until until I think their October 21st meeting. And that is not enough time to be able to have the applicants on their November 4th meeting, on their November 4th agenda.
So it's to review four applications for grants.
So I'm asking, so I guess I'm asking, so, okay, what I'm asking is, so I thought this was our last meeting for this board, right? So am I asking, are you saying that, did you want us to also attend, the people that are on here, currently here?
We need it to be this board because we don't have, we will lose traction and we
If we do it
will,
in person, you're gonna have to repeat or something.
Yeah, so the only thing is to review the four.
That's fine, that's what speaks, you know, what you can get asked, what you can ask.
Yes.
Just to comment on the new procedure, I think that Alex is gonna prepare for us each a packet with his new, protocol for the, for us to review, and that will streamline the process. It still seems like an in-person meeting is easier than the Teams meeting, but I guess either would work. But as long as we have, each of us has a packet in advance so we can review it.
So we just need a quorum. It's super complicated for everybody to get there. Would October 6th work for you?
Yeah, in person.
In person or?
Yeah.
Would October 6th work for you in person or
It
otherwise?
should. No, I mean, I think it should, like, I don't even have my phone out, so, you know, I got to.
Thanks.
Sarah?
I don't think so, because I'm moving that weekend.
Oh, you know.
Yeah.
But you kind of could be exempt if you need to be because you're, and still help.
You're a Cedar Hill resident, that's.
So Mary Ann, what we're looking at is October 6th, presumably 6:30, is that what? And then, so everyone's kind of cool to either Zoom or in person.
October 6th is our Rogers group,
Oh, that's right.
first Monday.
That's right.
Do you have an alternative date? Because,
Well, I was thinking before you leave, but,
I will not be here on the 6th.
we didn't do the calendar, but the Demons of Fleet Street
Why we
is
just
that
can't do
weekend.
why couldn't we just do a Zoom call, like, this week? It's not gonna take that long, I mean, it should take
Because
more
it
than an
has to
hour.
be after the 30th, because that's the deadline for the, applications. So
that's next
maybe
week.
it'd be like Thursday the 2nd, Thursday.
How about the 5th? Could we do it on Sunday evening?
No, I have a family meeting that week, no.
and so it gets super complicated, I think as long as there's 5 members, that's a quorum, then that's all we need to read the applications.
And we can do comments, we can send comments probably, right, in writing?
We've never done this before.
We would make it available for both, I mean, online, like, I don't know,
So we
like,
have
would that
to
be,
vote.
huh, we'd have to vote.
We don't do proxy voting.
So do we have 5 that are available for the 6th?
How many are there?
But the
So-
Rogers group
Could
is
we do
on
6
first
versus
Monday.
6:30 in case it's
Four.
So Alex, if you're not here, could somebody
Then
set
we
this?
can't do it.
I have to figure that out.
What,
So far, I'm one who knows how to do the other part, kind of.
what about like October? Let me see.
So if there's a date after the 7th, all we need is quorum, I don't have to be at it. We just need 5 people to read the grants.
How about Wednesday the 8th?
I will not be able on the 8th, but if there are people who,
I cannot commit.
I like the base.
I just don't know.
I could do the 8th.
so we have 2 on the 8th, is there anyone else who could do the 8th? Mac? Maybe? That's 3.
Monday the 8th,
That was Wednesday.
No, Wednesday the 8th.
I'm on September, hold on, there's a lot going on tonight. Let's see, the 8th of Wednesday. If you need me, I'll be there.
Now, if it's by Zoom, I can do Zoom anywhere, I just can't be in person after the 8th.
Zoom would be so great, it would be so great just to do it that way.
I mean, if we could do it by Zoom, literally, we could do it like the 1st or 2nd and be done with it.
The 2nd is a play.
Well, I won't be
Oh,
available.
well.
then.
I can do the
As
1st.
long as you have a quorum, it's fine. I mean, I don't,
What about the 1st?
I haven't played, I like dress rehearsal.
Dress
first, but it's fine. As long as you have a quorum, my feelings aren't hurt if I'm not there.
But it might be hard,
First is not
because
good.
Alex has to prepare all this after the 30th and get it to us.
He already got it.
They haven't even all been submitted as far as I
I was
know.
gonna say.
And I'm on a plane the first,
How about the
I mean,
We need it, Alex, we
How
need
about
to
the
know.
10th?
I leave the first, I get back the 6th.
What about Friday,
the 10th?
Friday the 10th?
I can't be there.
Y'all showing up.
Are there 5 people who could do it on Friday the 10th? I think it's probably also really.
I can prepare, so if like you picked that week, any day other than the 6th that week, and I had a full day on the 7th to prepare a packet, one, email a complete PDF of them in order so that there's a digital version, and then have the hard copies at the front desk for those who want to pick them up. And then you could either do a hybrid or a Teams or an all-in-person of a quorum, a hybrid, or just a Teams meeting, because some people would have, because you also want to have enough time to review the applications, because if you get them the first, and that's the first day, it's not really a whole lot of time to really review the applications.
And I would like to see, there are going to be arts commissioners who we know will be returning. I think it's important that they can be there because they will theoretically be working with the organizations. And for the rest of us, we don't know.
I think a Teams meeting on the 8th, because I might could do a Teams, I can't commit to an in-person meeting on the 8th.
But a Teams
I
meeting.
could.
Teams on the 8th?
I think I may be out of town.
It sounds good, it's Wednesday.
Could we do it
Necessary.
earlier?
Like a 6?
Earlier than 6:30?
You want to do 6?
Could we do everyone's lunch? I don't think we need more than an hour. And then Alex turns around and we get to the 27th and he's like, we got 47 applications. But you know, like, but I think like what would be ideal is like if you could maybe prep that, the ones that we do have as they come in, it would probably make it easier and you since you're traveling. But I think the main thing is if we're going to do it, like the sooner the better, because my October's cracking. It's, it's fourth quarter. She got to play. She's moving, you live in a whole nother city, so it doesn't even matter. So, no, we love you, Sarah. But I'm just saying that I know you have, it's a lot. Like, even though it's just one little thing, like, I think that we need to figure it out, and I would prefer it to be sooner than later. Whatever we're gonna do, I feel like it needs to be making the decision, it needs to be made by the 10th. In my humble opinion, now, that's just my 2 cents, and you always back out with it.
So what do y'all think of that night?
Well, not for me. And if you're doing it at 6:30, now doing it in the afternoon.
When you back from your trip, say that again?
I will be back on the 7th.
So he needs some time, so he needs an 8. Could 5
But
people
some
do
people
it?
don't like the Fridays.
Could 5 people do it on the 10th? We just need 5 people.
On the 7th?
On the 10th.
Oh, the 10th.
I can do 10.
I can do
Oh,
10.
really?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what time on the 10th? 6?
I'm fine anytime.
Okay.
Yes, particularly
Mac, what do you think?
6:30.
6:30.
6:30.
So 6:30 on Friday the 10th? It
On
looks like,
Zoom, are we still on Zoom
I think that would probably
Or
be
in
best.
person. Oh,
or online?
Video.
So
I'm okay with doing it.
you could do a
I
hybrid.
could do it either way.
Okay. Is there anyone who prefers to meet in person?
See you.
Person, we discuss it.
Hold on a second, I'm running.
Okay.
What's happening?
You're asking, prefer to do it in person?
In person, someone saying we would mind.
I think we should do whatever's best for Alex. Is it
Oh, it's
for you to just do one or the other, or a hybrid on a Friday night? I mean, it was,
It shouldn't take that long.
I will adapt to what the needs are for the
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
But it sounds like theoretically, if you could do a hybrid or at least Zoom, I don't know what's difficult for you.
Thank
what's
you.
easy for you.
Okay,
It
thank you.
sounds like you can have at least 5 on the 10th. at
I
6:30.
can guarantee the technology if you're all on Teams, guarantee the technology if you're all in person. Doing the hybrid is where, because now I'm using other devices that, I can make it
So
Or
it sounds
I
like
just,
in person, how do you feel, Mary, about?
I don't at this minute have a reason not to, but I have sort of tentatively, I'm going to Los Angeles, I just don't know what day. So it may be Friday, it may not be till Monday.
And so we also need to be aware of the tentatives. I think everyone's a tentative. If there's not a quorum, it means we don't get to make a recommendation. It could make it more complicated. And that means we just screwed up the grant program.
I can do it on the 10th. Sarah can in person.
I can do it on Zoom on the 10th.
I can potentially do Zoom on the 10th.
Let's do Tuesday.
Can't do in person.
So would you be cool to do my teams?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so it sounds like, just so we can do a really quick run, raise your hand, just so we can do a quick count, who can do it at 6:30 Zoom on Friday? Okay, you got your quorum. So that's Friday, October the 10th at 6:30 via Teams.
can I see all the hands one more time?
These are the people who can commit.
Doesn't that seem like forever away? That's like 2 weeks. That's insane.
I know.
I'll send it to everybody so everybody has it, but I just wanna make sure that I put you all in first, so.
Okay.
6:30?
6:10, right now it's Teams, October 10th, that's a Friday. Right now there are 4 applications to review. That could change by the 30th.
It did get a little bit busier towards the end of the last cycle.
Yeah.
So what I will do is I'll make this a hard copy for everybody and save it at the front desk. You won't need a hard copy. So I'll have at least 8 hard copies prepared that by Wednesday morning, so that they're at the front desk Wednesday morning.
Wednesday, the 8th.
Wednesday the 8th.
So just to repeat, on Wednesday the 8th, he's gonna have some hard copies at the front desk. And this is a Teams meeting at 10:30 on Friday, October 10th.
Teams or Zoom?
Teams.
Both.
Zoom is kind of like Kleenex. It's kind of Tuesday. All right, any other discussion on that item? I think we're good. We're gonna move on to item 6, briefings and discussions. So item 6A, commissioners to debrief the Arts Commission on the following events. So the Jazz Note, it's our Arts and Business Mixer, Grant Arts Info Session, Movies in the Park, A Million Miles Away, Heritage Month Kickoff. So let's go ahead and start item 6A of Jazz, Summer Jazz Note debrief.
Awesome.
It was awesome, wasn't it?
incredible.
It was.
It was so well attended, and it was so much fun, and the food was great, and it really put their place on the map as far as awareness, and so many interesting people came.
Do we have an estimation of how many people?
I know at one point I counted 212
Wow.
people that came through. So I don't know what the final count was because I just always, I don't know, it's a habit from just doing this for a long time. But I think that it was a really good evening of community engagement. You know, for the Lax Mixer, I really wanted to speak to the mission and vision of where we started at, right? What we really truly was trying to do was engage people and get them to travel in. And it was so interesting that I was telling Ron, like, just engaging with all different types of people. When I was like, well, where are you from? There were people from Oak Cliff, there were some that they had driven from Fort Worth. And that's, you know, what I think that we set out to do with the mixers was to engage for people to exchange business cards, and there, you know, everyone was all connecting. But I thought the ambiance overall was so strong. Amy did a wonderful job of providing some refreshments for our guests, some beverages.
And since we're talking about that, poor Amy was slammed in the corner.
I know she was. Listen,
It was
I
warm.
did a phenomenal job, it was fine.
listen. Amy was saying, listen. Everyone was like, "Where's that woman that asked?" And I thought it was so cute. And so we went, you know, the theater as well as the brewery sponsored that. That was actually the brewmaster who creates the beers and stuff. So we were really thankful for that. And I thought that the music lovers did a wonderful job. If you notice the guy up there on the Congo and stuff like that, and that was who owns it. I thought she did a magnificent job. And everybody was so joyful, and being there to, like, what a wonderful joy, right? A treat for our community. And so I think that we just gotta understand that the Arts Commission is gonna go into so many other things and so many other creative, like, initiatives. And I'm really excited for her because it didn't turn, but there'd be so many wonderful, fresh ideas. But I was very happy with the last mixer. I felt like everyone enjoyed themselves. I got a lot of feedback even that evening. and people were very pleased, and so I'm very glad our community loved one another, and I was really appreciative of the support. So thank you all, everybody.
Well done you.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna keep saying this, so I'm gonna start with Tiffany. Great things about this Arts Commission is everyone who does these events, you do events, y'all make us look so good. Y'all make us look so good, and everyone always compliments and is excited about Arts Commission. Arts Grants Info Session. So what date was that? Angela, do you remember? Okay. Part of the Arts Grants policy is that we would do free information presentations to the community, anyone who's considering applying for a grant. I facilitated this one. I did not have a mic in my hand, so there'll probably be another one. We had 4 attendees who wanted more information about the grant program, and I gave them all the policy information, what HOT is, why it's important to the grants, and some things that they need to think about as they make applications. And they asked a lot of good ones. And Angela was there, and I think it'll be something that is going to be really helpful for the community as folks consider applying for Arts Grants. On September 10th, that's when we had it, and it was in the City Hall chambers. Okay, item 6A, movies in the park, a million miles away.
It was really exciting. Maybe 35 people were there, disappointed in that number, but Alex said the city people were raving about it, because normally they get 5 to 15 people. So it was, the film was a great choice, I thought, to be there. The audio was good, the visual was good, read the subtitles. People stayed for the whole thing. The pre-activities were really meaningful and wonderful, and Angela brought all these rocks and everything. And
Moon rocks.
the kids really enjoyed it, and it was not a hard thing to do. And Marianne, writers group, books and things. So it was really a nice event. I wish many more people had come, but it was a nice evening and it was a success.
Hey, Ann, why do you think it's more successful than in the past? Because you said there's usually fewer people.
I don't know, maybe Alex has an idea.
I'm not sure what has informed their attendance so far. I just know that what I was told was their numbers this year up until that one, and how thrilled they were to have achieved that number.
Was the marketing better? Was the marketing different?
I don't know, but it was a Texas-related story, and it was a very universal story about effort and about immigrants, so it was important.
I think the marketing was better on to what you said, because, you know, I follow the city and I follow the Arts Commission and several other things, and it kept popping up in my feed in ways that regular movies do not. I perhaps never even see much about them, but this one kept popping up because I think it was on so many different pages. So I do believe that the marketing was better, and I think that, you know, initiated some more interest in it. I'm so unable to attend, I hated that, but I did hear good things about it.
So did I. So it's also interesting to mention at this point, with regard to marketing, at the grant recipient for the jazz concert on Sunday, she just exercised at the park and saw a poster at the park and walked in. She got dressed up and came to it. It's interesting to find out how people learn about the things that we do. Alex, is there any way to track metrics on marketing? So
There's plenty of ways to.
because it'd be interesting if we knew why this was successful, future folks can build on it.
Well, I can track interactions, clicks, things like that, and it's just deciphering what the difference is. But this was not paid advertising. That we didn't do paid advertising for this one.
Cool.
So I'm not able. We were relying on the algorithm for marketing this.
Cool. Any other discussion on that?
So you didn't boost Facebook, is that part of what you do sometimes, or?
Yes, yeah, like the Hispanic Heritage Fest, we boosted. Christmas will boost. That we do paid advertising for. Bloom Fest, we do paid advertising. 4th of July, we do paid advertising. We do sparingly with other smaller events. We do some, but not too much.
since it was in the park, it might be important for future use if we could gather feedback, because if there's any gonna be arts grants outside what the Arts Commission does, that kind of feedback and those kind of numbers is helpful for that. Item 6A, Hispanic Heritage Month kickoff.
Well, I was very pleased with the attendance. I wasn't expecting it to even be that many people, which I was glad that there were. But, very thankful for Amy and setting up the audio part and the mics and the equipment that the mariachis ended up needing, but also having good music that we could all listen to and dance to beforehand.
How many
But,
violins? It was amazing.
It was like 4 or 5.
I thought that was amazing.
It was 12 altogether. But yeah, there might have been more, a little bit more.
They were just-
I didn't know they were going to be that big. I thought it was going to be more like 8 of them, and then there was 12. So I was like, well, that's even better. And there was multiple singers. Like, they were all really good,
Yeah.
girls and boys.
Yeah, they were so young.
They were young, yeah. And so I was happy to hear like feedback that they were excited that the mariachis were like a younger group. Like they're middle school to high school to like, I think one university person that Marty said. So that was exciting. I had multiple people asking me about, do they do other events, the mariachis, Los Jefes. Some of them didn't even realize that it was like right there on main station. So I was glad that we were kind of able to spread the word like, hey, this is a local restaurant. They're literally like walking distance away. And everybody said their food was really good. And it seemed like everybody had a good time from what I could see and the compliments that I received. So I'm really happy with how it turned out. Because in the beginning I thought like, oh, I don't know if we're going to get 200 people, but I believe that we did, if not maybe even
I was
more.
gonna ask you. So
Yeah.
we were talking to folks at the beginning, and there were lots of people there from out of town.
A
Yes.
lot, quite actually, there were several.
There was somebody from Oklahoma that I
Right.
spoke to. Yeah, and she had family who was coming down and they were gonna go, or they're planning to go to Hispanic Heritage Month at Armstrong Park. So that was pretty cool, like to see that people like, and I asked her how she found out about it. She said through Facebook. So the boosting helped.
Yeah, there were several families from Oak Cliff that
Oak Cliff,
saw it
yeah.
on Facebook, and they were coming back for the big festival on Saturday, but they saw this too, and they came out, and they stayed night.
Yeah.
And
I
they
love
were,
that for us.
Yeah.
Like, that's so
yeah,
exciting.
it was really cool. I do want to give a shout out to my husband and my company, because she says Amy provided the sound. Amy was very good at delegating.
That's true.
And
Worked.
and one of our employees at AV Pro did come over at about 2:00 and schlep all the gear and set it up to make sure that we had good sound. And I would be remiss if I did not give credit where it was due, because he worked.
I want
Oh,
to
really?
add to that credit. So until the very end, and I didn't get there at the very beginning, and it was all set up. It was mics and a mixed board, and everything was there. We didn't have to worry about a thing. The sound was great. It was flawless.
Yep.
Near the end of it, I was like, "Hey, can I help tear down?" And I was like, oh, "They said this in their mind. I can do it in their mind." They're like, "Really? What are you gonna do?"
Not exactly like that.
So I dumped out the ice. That's what I do.
Oh, I need to get my cooler.
But they did, but it was, and not only that, theater cracked their doors open.
Mhm.
Yeah, we
Give the
did.
password,
Yes,
you can
thank
go in
you.
there and get a glass of wine.
We shared some wine, we allowed them to use our restrooms, and we gave some tours, which was fun. Several people had not been to
That's
see it
good.
before. So
And
that
two
was nice to be
mayors
able to do
came.
that. So
Yeah, the Soto mayor.
Soto mayor.
was
Yes,
there.
yes,
She was
and I gave the
amazing.
Soto Mayor a tour of the theater, and that was really cool, so to be able to visit with her, yeah, it was cool.
It's amazing.
It reminded me of being in Mexico and just coming down the street and finding the mariachi band. It was just so
The
wonderful.
colors and people, yeah, it was very like laid back and welcoming, and I think people who didn't even know about it stuck around. Like we had those, I don't know if y'all noticed, the girls that looked like they had finished working out. And they stuck around and ate food and listened to mariachis, and I actually had a couple of friends who I recognized from like the gym. I was like, oh hey, they didn't know anything about it. They were just happening to walk by because they were gonna go get boba tea or something, and then they stuck around too for a little bit. So it was nice to see that the community was just coming together and that people were just having a good time and just relaxed. Like it wasn't anything formal or anything, just very
Are we
relaxed.
gonna do any, because I'm not sure if we've done this before at the end of the events, because what made me thinking was about the theater and AV Pro. Do we do any social media thank yous after an event to show pictures and to thank people who came out, or to thank sponsors who we didn't know were sponsors? Is that something you guys think would be important to do, and can we do it, Alex?
We ain't sharing any pictures.
Can we do it on?
Well, there were a lot of pictures from Anne. A few of you.
Well, I'll take some pictures
I
too.
took some, my worksheet, and I did.
She posted some.
Yeah.
But I think it's important for people to see that we have sponsors and we have people coming together and mayors from other cities and people from Oklahoma. Because again, I think it offers credibility for, if we could figure out a way to do that, I think I would love to be able to do that. Any other conversation on any of these, last 4 dots?
I think it's nice because the owner from Shayla's, came to the info session, they also came to the, kickoff. And they're now collaborating with their neighbors
Yeah.
around there to try to start doing,
Yeah.
they said some type of, events and socials to get people to come out. So that's nice that this did that for them.
I think one of the great things that we're all talking about is, you know, there is a community here, but we're finding ways to bring them together anyways. And then they just do it on their own. That's the cool part about it. Thank you, everybody. I'm gonna move on to item 6B, the Duncanville Art Tour. Dr. Perry.
Okay, this is a draft of a flyer, and Tim will probably make it a lot better, but most of this is confirmed. So the idea is to invite the old and new Arts Commission members, the city council, the mayor, and maybe a couple of other people like Patricia Eberner or someone connected to the board, to introduce them to some of Duncanville's artists. And so Terry Hayes and Kathy Robinson Hayes are confirmed for that morning, and they have a friend across the street who's a metal artist who also wants to be part of the tour, Vincent. And then there would be lunch, and that's confirmed. Both Saturdays would have lunch at Sheila's, and that there would be local artists putting their wares out on the tables in the meeting room. So it would be just a chance of any artists who want to come and show up and have something there to look at or to share or to sell or whatever could be in that space, and people would buy their own lunch. And then the Olden Year Time Museum, I'm having a hard time reaching them. They did send an email some months ago about how they're renovating things, but I'm really hoping, not for a full tour, but just an explanation of this is, and people can glimpse inside of it. Because a tour would be hours long, believe me.
It's massive.
It's magic, it's intensive, and it would cost money. So, but this would just be somebody meeting us there to say, hey, this is what this is, because anyway, more people should know about it. Okay, then the next Saturday, so you'd have Dudley Sanders, who's kind of he works out of a shed, and he paints the most amazing oil paintings, but he works in this little tiny shed, so maybe 4 or 5 people can come in at once, you know. And, but he's a go. Then there's Sly Cat Gallery in Cedar Hill and Visual Expressions, and they're both willing and interested to have people come by and see what's there and have a little history or whatever.
And I think this is lovely, and you've made it easy.
Very impressive.
It's like a home
Really
tour.
impressive.
I love that.
I'm not gonna be able to go to either one, but it has nothing to do with you. But I think you did such a wonderful job. You made this easy. And then other folks can pick up and run with it too.
Well, I hope so. I mean, it seems fun, and that even if it's just a few people, that there would be more awareness. And we could invite people, like Matt could have his sculptures,
Yeah.
you know, out on the table. I can have my book, Anne can have her library of books, things. You know.
Alex, how can you help promote this for her?
If you can get me the PDF of this, we
Well,
can start with that.
this is draft, so let's let Tim see it, because he may go, ugh, that's ugly. Let me fix it.
I love this for you,
He's
Ian.
way
You've been
back
trying to do this for a
tomorrow.
while.
Yeah.
I said, I love this for you. You've been trying to do this for a while. I love that.
I think you did.
Congratulations.
You did such a good job. You've made this
Yes.
so easy. I mean, literally, I know it's hard work for you, but you've made this easy, and I can say proud. Good job.
Why is it that the museum is not?
They have an odd policy of need 20 people to sign up for a tour. And so it's never been an open, popular thing because it takes some effort. I did a tour once.
I do too.
And it took a while to get
Yes.
enough people to sign up to
I
go.
think my chamber activity or something, so there was like almost too many people.
Yeah.
It was a huge event. But yeah, it took like, we were in there for almost over 2 hours.
Yeah.
Looking at everything and could have stayed longer.
Yeah.
It's a lot, but it's very interesting. It's and some amazingly cool pieces.
And the history, and you get to hear them and even
Wow.
participate in it, you know.
Well, I can see, I've never been in it,
I haven't either.
but all I hear is amazing things about it.
It's a lot of one of a kind almost, because they're antique, they're historical, and they have pieces that they have restored that perhaps otherwise calliopes, they have old photographs and all the different vintages of the photographs of the years, and anything that makes music, pipe organ, the circus organs and things like that, and work, nearly everything works.
Wow.
So it's very good. They donated a photograph and a period piece to, I think, a Lions Club auction several years ago. And Tom and I bought it and we've used it in 2 plays where we didn't have the whole thing where you wind it up.
Does it work?
Yeah, no, it works. It's great.
Wow.
Yeah, it's cool. Anyway, it's a very nice museum. And if we could get 20 people together and arrange for that at some point, it really would be nice to do that.
Makes sense.
But we could recommend to the next Arts Commission to sponsor a tour sometime, so that the Arts Commission would pay for a public tour, people would sign up for, to get it started. To get it on the map or something,
Yeah, sponsor
Perhaps.
an art outing. They do a series of art outings every quarter.
Yeah.
I love it though. Congratulations again.
All right, let's go ahead and move on to item 6C, planning for the next Arts Commission. I don't even know how to start the conversation. Alex, would you like to start this conversation?
This was your idea.
It's my idea?
You had brought up that you wanted to have a discussion about what to leave for them,
So
what
some
to
of the-
set them up.
So for those who are gonna be in the Arts Commission next month, there are things that have been in the process that haven't gone all the way through the project. One is the Midnight Murals project that Mr. Ferguson talked about. This is important. I had a preliminary conversation with Alex and Mac and Officer Arias because this is a program that emerged from our Juneteenth program when we had the panel discussion. And so this is the origin of it. And part of the conversation during that meeting is the arts have a role to play in public safety. And so that kind of captured our conversation. And of course, Mr. Ferguson has some really compelling stories to that point. But when we had the conversation with Officer Arias, she was very supportive. She could see the role in it. And the former city manager at the time, he sent me an email saying that he would like to help organize this to get this through City Hall because it's one of those multiple touch point projects the Arts Commission can do. There are going to be things that have to do with zoning and permits and police and kids and artists and paint, but I've got some folks who have to provide a wall. Just out of random, Mr. Ferguson, I asked him at the Juneteenth, how many walls do you need? He said, I don't know, 6. So I found him 6 walls. And so the idea is ostensibly, you heard about the cohort of students and bringing other professional muralists in, but it's meant to be a comprehensive narrative of Duncanville. So it's not a one-off. So on one wall, you might have a story of the past or this area. Another wall, you might have the story of a family. Another wall, you might. So it's meant to tell a story, and then it's meant to have sort of a home base, so that a story can be told. Google Maps, lots of other cities do things like that. And then the really nice thing about it is, we're gonna have murals all over town. It seems like murals are gonna be really popular. But we're also gonna have a cohort of young people who are gonna have a sense of pride that they were part of this, and it will always belong to them, and that's gonna be those generational things that I think that are important. That's one thing that I hope the next Arts Commission thinks about. The next one, I had a conversation with Alex and members from planning. I think the next big thing that the Arts Commission is gonna have to handle is planning and zoning. If you look at Duncanville 2040 and you do a word search under arts, the whole thing lights up, but there's not a lot of there's not a lot of zoning and for that. The former city manager, I think it was at our June meeting, presented a strategic plan for the cultural district, and it's very zoning heavy. I made a preliminary conversation with at that meeting with planning and zoning folks, and it was, eventually the city of Duncanville is going to hopefully apply for, recognition from the Texas Commission on Arts for a cultural district. What's really important, a lot of things that are going to be important that, but one of the important things is that they show that we are changing the city for the arts. So while there's SUPs, which city council doesn't like, and there's event funds, one of the things a lot of municipalities do is they do temporary arts activation. So anything that's going to be, let's say 180 days or less. So it's not a special event, but they're not setting up shop for the next 20 years. Generally, these things looked as the beginning of a pipeline for investment. So you could imagine if 38 years ago, the theater had this sort of zoning, it could have launched you a little bit in a different way. And so the idea is, for the arts to be successful, is that artists and arts organizations have to make this place home. It's not just that we're bringing people in for one night and they leave. So from my perspective, and we can talk about, these are conversations that have already gotten started and then just ran out of steam. So I think that I would like to see if, for opportunities for those conversations to continue. So is there any other, are we bequeathing anything? Is there something we made them work with the mixers, and it's my understanding that they're potentially, another board wants to partner with the Arts Commission to help fund the mixers.
I would like to know who some of your contacts are. Who is it that you've talked to at Jovi? Who is it that how you go about finding the people to entertain at these mixers? Who are, I guess.
She said Jody.
How are we gonna do that when we go forward?
I don't think it's anything hard that you will figure out. Like, I feel like, Alex, I don't know what I was about to say, Anthony. Alex, knows who's the contacts of Jovi's and stuff like that, so he has the contacts.
It's not just you who knows
these people. No, I wasn't building anything in a silo. I think everyone did their part, and I think that's something that you guys want to move forward with. You'll do just fine. Everyone's more than capable here. Amy's been through this for 30 years. And I think that Angela's more than capable. She has more contacts than anybody. And, the creative. So I feel with just them leading that next board, they'll be fine, more than fine. I look forward to coming and attending anything y'all throw on. I can just come and chill now. So I'm excited for you guys. I think also don't rule out other things that people come up with, right? And be open to new ideas. And it's going to be a new board, and they're going to come with new fire and passion. And I'm really excited for that. And I'm glad that there's a couple people that can show them the way and just kind of help give them some leadership and guidance in this area until your tenure's up, right? This has been, I serve on a lot of boards and stuff, but this has been really special to me. You guys are a really special group. I've enjoyed you. I've enjoyed our laughs. That comes through with that poetry and the cookies, but I do want to say thank you to all of you for everything and the friendships that I feel like I've made. And Alex, a special thank you to you. Alex invited me to be a part of the board. We had worked together for a while, and I was like, I don't got time. And I had a standing contract, and so I actually always worked on Tuesdays. And so I always drove back from Frisco, but it was something that I just had to get to, and it's been a really honor. Alex, you did a phenomenal job with your vision and helping us out. No, because you don't like to take little things, but you've held us together, we all have big personalities and our own visions, and we all came together at the end of the day and made it happen. I remember cooking our own food. How about that? Right? But the thing is look at us now. We've left this commission in better shape for the next commission, and I am very confident that they will take this and run with it and do wonderful things in our community. So thank you, Alex, for giving us this privilege, really.
And let me just say, and then I'm gonna shut up. For commissioners who remain, those who are leaving are still a phone call away. Nobody's falling off until, so, our community is just gonna grow. This body is gonna double. And so whether they're active members of the commission or not, they're always gonna be part of this, the core of this group. Yes.
I think you started a list of resources like creatives. I know I had a list at any rate. I think it'd be a good idea to have some kind of a list somewhere that is kept up. And then I was in Carrollton the other day, and in the town square, they had all this wonderful fabric art. It was like, the trees were decorated, you know, for the Hispanic heritage, thing. So somebody made the effort to knit all these outfits for the trees and then sew them on there. But it was like at least 12 of them I counted, and there was, you know, anyway, there's a lot of decor. But I think that it proves that there's people that are talented and all kind of things. And that the more you involve and include, the more satisfactory events will be. When you say, you know, so-and-so from down the street knitted these outfits for you, you know, that there's a lot of potential that we're still not tapping. And today I was at the home of Rick Duncan, and he makes these beautiful sculptural pieces where you can put a candle in. I said, Rick, come over on this day. And he was like, oh, really? Yes. I mean, just even a local craftsman, you know, it's just we don't know the community in that fully. And Duncan Switch sometimes has vendors who are talented at various things. I mean, I think there's just a lot more that can be done, pulling these people out of the woodwork and including them in activities.
Absolutely.
Yep, somebody I know from PIP, or First Methodist, his business is house inspections. He makes the most exquisite, and he was at the event this year. He's won everything at the state fair this year. He's got like whatever year won first prize. They're exquisitely wonderful. So yeah, he's here. We need to do that very thing.
What else?
But we know their names.
All right, if there's no more discussion, business is concluded. It is 7:34. We're adjourned. Well done.
And I like my earrings, I love my candy, honey. This honey, the honey was one of my favorite candies when I was younger.
Absolutely.
And I was like, oh my God, I don't even